Hi, this is Pastor Gary, and welcome to a leadership moment with Pastor Gary. Now, if you've been keeping up with what we've been doing, you now know that we have finally reached Lake Elsie, and we're talking about the 5 levels of leadership. And so, on the 5th level, I promised you I'd show you the lake. So, again, this is reality video. So, what I want to do is I want to show you the lake. Now, it is a gorgeous lake. Look at this. Lake Elsie is just gorgeous. It is an alpine lake. And now this winter, I went snowmobiling up here, and this lake was thick. Had about, oh gosh, I don't know how thick it was with ice. But I would imagine it was somewhere in the neighborhood of about 5, 6, 7, 10 maybe feet thick. And had about 5 feet of snow on top of it, and this area was just golden white. Now, if I get a chance to go snowmobiling up here again, I'm going to make you a promise. I'm going to definitely do a few of these series sessions from up here, so you can get an opportunity to see this beautiful lake in the winter time. But for now, let me get this thing set back up here, and let's get with the fifth session, the 5th lesson, which is, here we go, which is level 5. Level 5 leadership is success. Let's look at the 5 levels again. Look and see. A Christian leader leads, L-E-A-D-S. Look and see. When people look at my life, do they see that Jesus matters to me? Secondly, encourage and serve. Who am I going to encourage and serve today? Thirdly, adjust to an apprentice. How am I going to, when I sense God at work in someone, am I willing to adjust my life to that person and to God's will? Level 4 is develop leaders. We talked about our curriculum. Level 4 is where developing leaders and through a classroom situation or through teaching comes in. A lot of times, I want you to see that our leadership falls short if all we're doing is teaching the Bible. There has to be some type of context in which people are being led, some process in which people are being led. Then I want you to look at level 5, which is success, or those I'm leading others. In the course of my life, I have seen very few level 5 leaders. I've seen very few people who have stayed with it long enough to be able to see Lake Elsie. It's very important for us to understand that in this day of sound bites, in this day of internet, it's very difficult to build relationships with real people in the real world. And I understand that. I get that. But we have to go there. We have to go there to where we are living and breathing the same air, to where we're in the same place, and we're building those heart-to-heart discipleship relationships with Jesus. Jesus finally got to a place with his disciples where he said, Father, I can leave now. They know what's going on. They can do it without me. And until we're able to take people to where they can lead others, to where they can do it without us, we haven't really led. In basketball, we call it follow-through with a shot. What I was taught by my coach was that you take a basketball, set it in your hand, and you put backspin on it so it will bite the rim instead of just bounce off. And when you put a backspin on it, which is called follow-through, it bites the rim, maybe will give it more of a chance to go in. I call level 5 leading people to lead others. It's kind of like follow-through. Is that we really haven't done anything until we follow through and we've helped the people that we're leading learn to lead others. Now, there's another way of looking at this, is that if you take a minute and think about it, the person that you're leading somewhat can be your spiritual child. That if you look at the person that they began to lead as your spiritual grandchildren, the goal for every Christian is to be a spiritual grandfather or a spiritual grandmother. It's very possible in our lives that we can have children, spiritual great-grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so on and so forth. You may be hearing four-wheelers going off in the background here. That's because people up here, I'm telling you, Idaho's a great place to live, and people take advantage of the outdoors up here. But getting back to the subject, we need to understand that Jesus started the greatest movement that changed the world radically this ever been started. If we are going to continue that, we have to take the leadership of people very seriously. So as we continue to move forward, we're not done. All we've done is laid the foundation of the 5 levels. What we're going to begin to do when you tune back in is we're going to be probably revisiting them, and we're going to be expanding on them. And also, I'm going to be talking to you about our Reach America Friday night worship service. The next time you see me, I'm going to be coming from our Friday night 6 p.m. worship service. If you live in the North Idaho or Eastern Washington area, an area we call the Inland Northwest, if you're around at Friday night at 6 o'clock, come visit with us. We teach these principles there, and we're all learning together. If you're around in the Silver Valley at 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning, come visit us at Kingston Baptist Church. I'm the pastor right now there, and we'd love to have you at 11 o'clock. There we teach these principles. I know the sun keeps going up and down through the clouds, but I'm glad it was where you could see Lake Elsie. I'm going to leave you with this, as I do with each of these segments. We believe God can bring America back through us. Do you believe? God bless you. Have a great day, and we'll see you on our next installment of A Leadership Moment with Pastor Gary. God bless. And from Lake Elsie.